Have you watched this video?
I made a promise to my mom before she passed away. Yeah, I made a promise to my mom. I hate getting emotional about this. She was on her bed and I was like, oh my God, Mom. They were telling her like, oh, you have until Thursday, you know, like within these next 48 hours. She was like, no. She was like, you don't choose when I go. She was like, God does.
Amen.
You know, and she was just so, and I was like, lady, you are crazy. Like, they're telling you, you know. She's like, no, it's not my time. Like, I will not be gone Thursday. And fast forward, so many things happened from then until like the following week. And she goes, oh, and she touched her. She goes, oh, it's my time. And I'm crying. And I was like, oh, and she kind of saw me get mad. And she grabbed my hand and she goes, Mija, she was like, please don't lose your faith. Lean on God. And I was like, no. And I was kind of fighting her towards it. And I saw how it was affecting her. And it was like her last couple days, you know. So I didn't want her to see me mad at God. So I was just like, Mommy, like look at everything that, like, I'm losing everybody I love. You know, like, how can I not? She goes, I know where I'm going. She's like, I know where I'm going, Mija. She's like, I'm going with my son. She's like, I'm gonna go visit my mom. And she just started talking so beautifully and she was so at peace. And she goes, please promise me you won't lose your faith. Search God. I was like, all right, I will, you know. And I mean, I didn't do it immediately. I took some time. But these last 3 years have been life-changing for me. You know, I think God was always pushing me towards Him, and I kept resisting and fighting, and I was young and naive and just dumb.
I think it's normal to say that, but from our perspective, I don't see that. I see somebody who's dealt a really, really tough card, and like you handled it with grace. And I was just reading the gospel like last week, and Paul, when I was reading Romans, because you read it so quick and you're like, oh, I wish I could be like this guy. This guy learned so quick. He just moved on. It was 25 years.
Wow.
So when you really think of it, you're so young, and for you to be in this valley of death and like also trying to escape it and also bring back good things to your neighborhood, you might see yourself as young or naive or dumb because that's what you wanted to say to yourself to give yourself grace. But from my perspective, I saw somebody that the devil was seriously after, and he could not snatch what was in God's hands.